Richard Lewer, this is your third exhibition at Hugo Michell Gallery. You're a Melbourne-based artist, so the exploits of the Painters and Dockers Union you would be at least somewhat familiar with. What's compelled you to paint these guys?
I guess in a way it's the extreme story behind the turbulent times, but I really started by sort of documenting ships coming into the ports, and then from there sort of researched about the Painters and Dockers and also about the Maritime Union of Australia and Seamen's Union of Australia. This is Putty Nose's funeral. 1,100 people were attending that funeral. Funerals become a big part of the Painters and Dockers as well, and gangland, underbelly, characters, because in a way people, all this fraternity, it's about a fraternity. They come out and support and to pay their respects. It's like a real code of ethics.
Billy Longley was probably the best known character from the Union, and you've met him.
Yeah, it was a pretty exciting sort of opportunity to actually meet one of the characters in my paintings, because normally I sort of document and you have that removal. He was in prison in Pentridge for murdering supposedly Pat Shannon. He's talked about the time in Melbourne at that time, the 60s, 70s and 80s. It was a time of extremes. It was about this code of ethics that these people lived by. So he wouldn't actually probably see himself as a criminal. So it's a fascinating thing, and that's why I'm interested in crime. I'm interested in the extremes of crime and the people and how they become who they are. This is Brian the Skull Murphy. He's best friends with Billy now. It's a bizarre friendship because one is, one of Australia's sort of leading standover men at that particular time, and Brian Murphy is a pretty renowned, possibly Australia's toughest cop, and in some sense it's an unlikely friendship, but two people that have endured that time, have come together now, and it's like it's just a really positive thing, and but it is a bizarre story at the same time. It's a friendship that needed sort of, documenting in my mind, and I think that it's highly unique, and it's what I was saying to you before, not glorifying things. It's just sort of merely, I guess in a way, documenting, but trying to make sense of that time and of these guys' friendship as well.